Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ji.
Yeah, good afternoon. We'll start sharp at 1 o'clock, sir.
Okay, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Can we check the screen sharing? And I would like to start one video also.
Okay, fine. I'll unshare, then you can share the screen. Fine. Yes, sir, you can share your screen.
Together to answer the question.
Yes, sir, audible. Yes, sir, audible.
Right now,
Answer the question.
sir, are you able to see the YouTube interface
Yes, yes, sir.
and the sound is coming?
Yes, sound is also clear.
Fine, fine. Okay. Then I would like to check the screen share option. Stop. Share screen.
Yes, sir, screen is also visible.
Okay, now I think it will be in the slide sharing mode. Okay,
Yes, sir, correct.
fine, fine. Everything is fine. Okay, sir, we will start at 1 o'clock.
Good afternoon, all. Welcome all the participants for IST approved 1-week faculty development program on transforming teaching learning process through modern pedagogical techniques, day 4, session 2. Speaker for today's session is Dr. Pargat Singh Garcha, and sir is going to deliver the topic on cooperative learning strategies. Dr. Pargat Singh Garcha is working as a principal in GSG Khalsa College of Education, Gurusar, Sudhar, Ludhiana. He has guided more than 19 students in master education, research dissertation, and evaluated master education dissertation and PhD students as well. He is specialized in teacher education, cooperative learning, educational technology, and research methodology. He has credit of 9 books and more than 40 publications in various journals in his account. As a college principal and secretary of Punjab and Chandigarh chapter for Council for Technical Education, he organized several seminars, webinars, conferences at state, national level and international level. He is also served as a member Academic Council of Punjab University. So now I would request Pargat Singh Garcha sir to take over the session. Thank you, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful introduction. First of all, I would like to say thanks to the management of the Vidya Lankar Institute, the director, sir, the in charge of this whole program, for giving me an opportunity to discuss cooperative learning strategies with all of the staff members and the faculty members. So before starting the session, I would like to congratulate also to the organizers for organizing this special program to enhance the skills of the faculty members in different areas. I was going through your website and I have seen that you have A+ grade, NBA accreditation, and NIRF participation. So the college is doing exceptionally well in your particular area, and its presence is all over the India. So it's a very good thing that you have got accredited by very good grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, as well as association with the NBA. So congratulations to all the management, director sir, director madam, and all the faculty members. So this grade or this appreciation is because you people are already, you people are involved in such kind of practices of the staff development, then going, giving best to your students. So this is the result or the product of your efforts. So coming to my session, the organizers have given me a topic, cooperative learning strategies. Before starting a session, I would like to listen from your side, from the participants, what is a cooperative learning? Otherwise, it will be a one-sided affair. So I request all the participants to participate in between at any place. When you feel any kind of doubt or you need further clarification, you are always welcome. You can unmute yourself. So my first question is, what is cooperative learning? The topic is cooperative learning strategies. Before going into the details of the cooperative learning strategies, I would like to discuss the word cooperative learning. What is a cooperative learning? Any one of you? Anuja, Apeksha, Chetna, Deepak, Dr. Asha Gaikwad, anyone, you can unmute yourself and please share your thoughts. What is a cooperative learning? My voice is audible? Am I audible, please?
Yes, sir, you are audible. In the
Okay,
chat box, we are getting the response from the participants.
Okay. Chat box is very good. Otherwise, I would like to listen from your side, and even anyone can start his or her video also. It gives a classroom feeling or a proper discussion forum feeling when we are looking faces of each other, and you can unmute yourself if there is any kind of issue with the bandwidth or any issue with the video. I'm not able to see any response in chat box. What is cooperative learning? Otherwise, it will be a one-sided affair, and cooperative learning itself doesn't require one-sided affair. The topic itself is demanding that we
Hello,
should contribute in this. That's just Dr. Asha Gaikwad ji, please.
sir. Cognitive learning means something change when we take knowledge or give the knowledge to the students.
Something
change
changed.
in the learning methods.
Change in the learning methods. Okay. Anyone else would like to add more to the response given by Madam Dr. Asha Gaikwad ji? Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the participation. Any other response, please? Anyone can add more information to the answer given by Madam Gaikwad? Please. We have more than 75 participants, so you all can unmute yourself.
The two-sided learning.
Very good. It is a two-sided
Two-sided
learning.
means it will be from the teacher side as well as from the student side.
Yes. Or moreover, it can be among the students also.
Yes, yes.
Because we know that there are three types of interaction normally in the classroom. One is a teacher-student, one-to-one interaction. Then teacher-students. One teacher is interacting with a number of students. And a third one, which is ignored one, that is a student-student interaction, and which is most powerful and most influential type of interaction, which normally is not given proper emphasis in classroom interaction. That is a student-student interaction. Anything else, please? It will help us to develop our topic. I believe that you all will enjoy participating in this process, or it should be a one-side affair. As a teacher, we always motivate our students that always participate in learning process. Otherwise, teacher will go into the class and speak for 40 to 50 minutes or 1 hour and coming back from the class. That is not a proper teaching. You can teach student only at the remembering level by following this type of technique, by going into the classes with the yellowish color pages of notes. Then we are dictating something, we are writing on blackboard, and the student are cramming the content. That is not a teaching. And moreover, NEP 2020 says that the learner should be given freedom as much as possible. So we have to create classroom interaction in such a way that where teacher and student can interact with each other, student and student can interact with each other to make a classroom a place of enjoyment, a place of learning, not a place of remembering. Have you ever heard the name of Bloom taxonomy? Anyone? Bloom's taxonomy. Anyone participant? What is a Bloom taxonomy? Have you heard this name? Yes, any participant, what is a Bloom taxonomy, please? Madam Archana Yadav, Ashish Kumar, because I'm not able to recognize the gender from the name. So that's why I'm only calling by names. Respected sir, ma'am, वो उसको एडवांस में लगा लीजिए. उसके बाद अर्चना जी, अपेक्षा जी, अनुजा जी. Bloom taxonomy having different domains. Yes.
Yes, sir. There are various domains like remembering level, understanding level, application level.
Yes, yes. Bloom has done a wonderful work to give us the different kind of taxonomies. It is starting from remembering level. Remembering is the lowest level. We can improve to the understanding, applying, analyzing, then creating the different levels. The first three domains of Bloom taxonomy are the lower order skills, or the lower order skills, or the last three, the topmost three domains are talking about the higher order thinking skills. So as a teacher, it's our prime responsibility to take our student from lower order skills to the higher order thinking skills. The critical thinking, the creative thinking, the analysis, all these processes comes under the higher order thinking skills. To create such type of environment in our classrooms where we can provide higher order thinking skills to the students, we have to move from the lower order to the higher order on Bloom's taxonomy of objectives. So you can just Google the Bloom's taxonomy. You will find this taxonomy on your screen, on your mobile, on your laptop. So you will see that different kind of method and strategies are used to achieve different kind of objectives. The lecture method, the chalk and talk method, the only narration method is only dealing with the lower order skills. We have to take our student to the higher order thinking skills. For that purpose, we have to change our teaching pattern. We have to change our teaching methodologies. I know that suddenly it is not possible. We can't make a drastic shift over a night, but we can try to use some innovative pedagogical techniques one by one. Let's say in starting, we can say that in a week, we will try to use the innovative pedagogies for 2 days. From a week, we are doing the same procedure the 5 days, and the other 2 days we will be implementing something new in our classroom that can be in the form of different kind of new pedagogical skills, new pedagogical techniques, where you can motivate your student, where you can encourage your student, where you can create such type of learning environment in your classroom where students can think, where their parachutes can be opened, because students' mind is like a parachute. If you will provide the proper environment, then they will enjoy a beautiful ride, beautiful journey toward from the lower order skills to the higher order skills. At present situation, you have a polytechnic college. You know that in a placement, the marks are important to some extent, but the group discussion, but the creative way of student explaining a simple thing, the critical thinking of a student at the time of placement matters a lot. And if we are expecting that our students should be creative in a proposal writing, creative in any kind of solutions, creative in any kind of job assigned to them by different firms, and they should be critical thinker, and they should be able to analyze the situation, we need to create such type of environment in our classrooms, in our daily day-to-day activities. It cannot be imbibed by students suddenly over a night in a placement drives. So we have to focus on our teaching methodology. We have to make some innovations in our pedagogical structure to make such kind of things a routine practice in our colleges. So we will be coming to the presentation on cooperative learning strategies. As one of the participants has already said that in a cooperative learning, the students and teachers can work together. And I have added one thing more, that student and student can also work together in cooperative learning. The next question comes in our mind is how the cooperative learning is different from a group work. Can anyone add something? How the cooperative learning is different from group work? Any message, please? How the cooperative learning is different from simple group work? I have a habit to ask such type of questions in between, and I expect that you all will try to participate in this process of teaching and learning, because teaching and learning are the two sides of the same coin. I am here to learn so many things from all the participants. Group work is limited to groups only. Okay. Then cooperative learning is also limited to groups. How can we differentiate both if group work is limited to groups only? Any other addition, please? Okay, we will try to find the difference between a simple group work or a simple project method and the cooperative learning strategies during the session. And I once again request you all that whenever you feel that there is need of any clarification, please ask me in between the session. There is no problem that you will be breaking my flow of speaking. I would rather love to listen your question. So let us unite. I'm starting with the very famous quotation of Ravindranath Tagore ji. He has given in 1937 and still very much relevant. Let us unite not in spite of our differences. We know that India is a diverse country and diversity is a rich tradition of India. So let us unite not in spite of our differences, but through them. We have to unite through the differences. Differences can never be wiped away, and life would be so much the poorer without them. If we will reduce these diversities, we will not be a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Bouquet, because different kind of flowers are making this beautiful bouquet. So we have to accept these differences. We have to accept this diversity to make something beautiful from that diversity. Let all human races keep their own personalities and yet come together, not in a uniformity that is dead, but in a unity that is living. So we have to accept these differences. We have to proudly say that we are very diverse country. We have different kind of student background, different kind of culture, different kind of caste, different kind of religions, but each religion, each caste system, each different kind of environment, cultural background, rural, urban, gives us something new. We can take positive from this diversity and try to make our bouquet more beautiful. How can we make it? Then comes, at present, every nation, चाहे आप बात कर रहे हो अमेरिका की, चाहे आप बात करो चाइना की, every nation with advanced education system is considered as superior and dominant. Why the China is leading on many fronts? Because of the robust education system in China. They are investing a lot of money for the human development. So educational system of each and every nation is based on two prominent questions. First is what to teach, and second one is how to teach. I think all the participants will be very much aware about that. What to teach deals with our curriculum. What type of curriculum our universities are giving to us, what type of syllabus we are teaching. So that is related with what to teach. But in, I think, 1948-49, Secondary Education Commission and then Kothari Commission has rightly said that even the best of curriculum are bound to fail unless or until quickened into the life with the appropriate methods. आप जितना अच्छा करिकुलम बना लो, unless or until आपने उस करिकुलम को properly implement नहीं किया, your curriculum cannot achieve your objectives. So even the best of the curriculum are bound to fail, and it is happening in India. I would like to take one example from school education. You all have witnessed that at the time of Kapil Sibal as a HRD minister, continuous comprehensive evaluation system was introduced in CBSE schools. That was beautifully designed system to develop creative thinking, critical thinking, and analyzing skills, the organization skills, the teamwork among the students. But we know that what is the present situation of that CCE system. And ultimately, the different states has given a proposal to withdraw the continuous comprehensive evaluation system. And it is a sorry state of affair that CCE system is failed because of the improper understanding of the system by the teachers, by the administrators, by the parents. We were not able to recognize the originality of the work. We were not able to appreciate the students who were doing their work themselves. But teachers, administrator, or even parents were very much busy to find a very good project, a very decorative project that can be prepared by a shopkeeper. But we were not able to differentiate between the self-made project and the expert-made project. And we were not able to divide the workload of students as well as teachers. We were not able to design interdisciplinary project work to the students. So the failure was not the policy. The failure was the implementation of that particular policy. So in the same way, a best of curriculum are bound to fail unless or until we haven't used the appropriate methodologies or the ways of teaching to transact that curriculum in our classrooms. I think most of the participants will be ready this statement because it is happening in India. We are very good policy makers, but we are not able to implement the policy properly on ground. And we are not able to give a proper feedback on time when it was required. So ultimately, these two questions are very important question in any education system. It can be as education system of India, China, America, or one of the best education system all over the world. The two prominent questions, first is what to teach, and second one is how to teach. The first is related with the curriculum, with the related learning material, and the second is related with the teaching methodology. That's why we are in this session to discuss on cooperative learning. Coming to the next slide. This is a general scenario in our colleges, in our schools, where a teacher is thinking that everything is in the hands of the teachers and students are just a passive listener. A spoon is full of knowledge and it must be swallowed by the student. Such kind of environment is prevailing in many schools. I'm not saying all the schools, but majority of the schools and the colleges are in practice to do such kind of activities. Then the next picture also shows that in our classrooms, teacher is in a dominant position and students are at the receiving end. And it is normally a procedure is adopted that you have to listen to the voice of teacher. Your voices may or may not be heard in the classrooms. The last cartoon, which is depicting that in our education system, we wish that when student comes to our class, his or her dreams, desires, curiosity, feelings, sexuality, the adolescence period, the different kind of environment, the politics, the kind of background the student has, all these things should be kept out of my classroom. Now it's my work to open your head and put the different kind of learning material in your head. So we need to amend such kind of practices, such kind of perception in our classrooms. These cartoons I have taken from NCERT books. These are not creation of any individual person. These are coming from the NCERT books, an authentic source, which is recognizing that such kind of environment is prevailing in our country. So with caution, I am telling that it's not prepared by me. I am not commenting. I have just taken these cartoon pictures from the NCERT book to share with you all that such kind of environment is prevailing, which is accepted by the NCERT in the textbooks. But now responsibility is on our shoulders. We have to change it. We have to make our classroom an active place of learning. So these are the different kind of approaches which are very much familiar nowadays you may be attending different kind of refresher or orientation courses or the faculty development programs where you may come across such kind of topics: the concept learning, the cooperative learning, the flipped teaching, the blended mode of teaching, the constructivist approach, the models of teaching. All these things are the part and parcel of NEP 2020, as well as the part and parcel of different kind of programs organized by the different organization under the teaching learning process. So I think you must be familiar with these terms. So we have taken one part from this umbrella term, that is cooperative learning. So in today's session, our focus will be the concept of cooperative learning. We have developed a raw background for this concept. Then we will discuss briefly about the need and research basis behind this approach. Why we have to adopt this type of cooperative learning strategies, and what is the research basis. When we were talking that what is the difference between a group work and a cooperative learning approaches or the cooperative learning strategies. So this point is giving a clear-cut distinction between a cooperative learning and a group work, because there is a strong research behind cooperative learning strategies. The different kind of experimental study, the different kind of theoretical background are providing the base, are providing the foundation for cooperative learning strategies. It is much more than a simple group work. So then we will discuss briefly the foundation theories and then cooperative learning strategies. So education can be made effective with the effective transaction of the curriculum, which we have already discussed in the previous slide, that two questions: what to teach and how to teach. So how to teach is dealing with the method, devices, and skills which are used to transact the curriculum. So children come to the classroom with almost as many different expectations as we can't imagine. You can't imagine that the student is thinking on a diverse areas by sitting into a small classroom. You can't control the mind of the student in your classroom. You can only ensure that physically he is present or she is present in your classroom, but you can't control the mental state of a student. The student has very broader imagination level. He or she can think beyond our thinking. So we have to accept that they have many expectations, which is near to impossible to judge those expectations. They have different personalities, different skills, different abilities, different cultural background, different interest, different kind of attitude, different emotional needs, different type of self-esteem. So these kind of diversities are the common diversities in your classroom when you are dealing with 40 or 50 students. So we have to find a way to use these diversities in a positive manner for the effective learning in your classroom. So we have to imbibe the concept of inclusive education also through cooperative learning strategies in our classroom. So time has come that we is greater than I. So we have to accept this basic truth that an old idea is true in 21st century, that we is always greater than I. 1 and 1 can be 11 instead of 2. So we have to accept this we-ness. We have to accept this collaboration. For this purpose, we have to create conducive environment in our classrooms where student can sit together, where student can discuss together, where student can think together, where student can create something together. We have to provide such type of environment in an organized way where each and every one should be given a proper role so they can work together as a team. that will develop the higher order thinking skills among the student instead of just cramming the content or learning at the remembering level. So we have already discussed that with the answer of one of the participants, that mainly there are three types of interaction. One is teacher-student interaction. Second is teacher-students interaction. And third is a student-student interaction. So here we will give focus to these three types of interaction in our classroom through the cooperative learning strategies. A lot of material is available on internet nowadays on cooperative learning. So dear participants, the ocean full of knowledge is before you. Now you have to take a deep dive to the ocean and get important things for you, which can be used in the classroom to make your classroom more enjoyable, more learning place, more beautiful place for student. So you have to promote three type of interaction. One is a teacher-student interaction, second is a teacher-students interaction, and third, which is normally an ignored one and very important one, is a student-student interaction. When you will go through the different cooperative learning strategies, you will see that now the role of teacher will be like a stage setter. You will be providing a particular type of environment to your student, a different kind of setup, a round table sitting arrangement, groups are formed by you, and you are playing the role of the stage setter. And the active part, the learning part, the teaching part is done by the student themselves. So they are performing like a teacher, they are performing like a student. So it will be altogether a different kind of experience for a student. And moreover, some of the concept, some of the key points can be explained in a much better way by one student to the another student. Sometime we are enjoying that we are doing a good work in our classroom, and you are very much confident that today my lesson was delivered properly. I am very much satisfied. As per my plan, I have performed in my classroom and students must be very much happy. But that is your perception. The side on the student, the scene on the student side can be altogether different, because learning is an individual activity, teaching is a social activity. When your teaching is observed by the 40 students, that can be effective for 5 students. They must be very much happy from your teaching, your interaction, your content, your way of teaching, and they will be very much participating in your classroom. What we are concerned with 40 students, not with only the 5 students. We have to consider each and every one important in our classroom. The duty of the teacher is to take the maximum student to their highest level. We know that 2 students can't achieve the same level, but we have to find a way that every student can reach to his or her potentials. That is our responsibility as a teacher. We have to take care each and every student sitting in front of us. So in such a situation, sometime our way of explaining a particular concept can be a little bit difficult for a student. But when the same concept is taught by a student to another student, by coming at the level of that particular student, by using the vocabulary they can understand, the learning can be much better. We can't imagine that such kind of results in our classroom when student interaction, the mentor-mentee interactions are going on into the classroom. So these kind of interaction can be promoted through the use of cooperative learning strategies. So coming to the next slide, this is a brief 1 or 2 slides telling about the basis, the foundation of cooperative learning. That's why I was saying that cooperative learning is not a group work. It is much more than a group work. A meta-analysis of 122 studies. Can anyone tell me what is a meta-analysis? Any one participant? I have open chat box. What is a meta-analysis? Any one idea, please? I think many of you will be involved in research activities. So you must have heard this word meta-analysis. A simple answer. I do not need any kind of technical answer as per the research methodology or statistics. Just a simple reply from your side. A raw idea. What is meta-analysis? I will ask a question. I have already told you people that during the session, this process will be a continuous process. Yes, then I have to take some names of the participants. Ashita, Atul, Bhagyashali, Ashish. Then coming to the next level, Shrikant, Shubhangi, then Sheetal. I would like to listen from your side. I will not be speaking for just next 2 minutes. I would like to read the chat box. Hanji, any answer in chat box?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please, please.
I think when we want to reach any conclusion or to reach any conclusion, when we design or use a methodology to assess or for assessing the results of previous methodology.
Yes.
जब हम लिटरेचर ये करते हैं और उसमें कोई मेथोडोलॉजी ये करके वो असेस करते हैं एंड देन वी डिजाइन अ स्पेसिफिक मेथड for reaching our conclusion.
Yes, yes, you are very much right, ma'am. Whenever we want to conclude on a particular area, that the number of researches are already conducted in that particular area. So whenever we will be talking about the meta-analysis, meta-analysis is always done in a field, in an area where a number of studies are already conducted. Analysis of single topic by multiple methodology, multiple ways of analysis, that can also be added. Basically, when you are seeing on the screen that meta-analysis of 122 studies, it means Johnson & Johnson, Nelson and Scone has done a study on the basis of 122 studies on cooperative learning. When we are analyzing different studies to reach a conclusion, like conclusion of review of literature, kind of a simple meaning of meta-analysis is we are reviewing different kind of studies to reach a conclusion. So meta-analysis was done by these researchers to find out the effect or to know the status of cooperative learning. This particular word, meta-analysis, itself shows that a number of studies are already conducted in this field. Another meta-analysis in 1989, including 375 experimental studies, then studies by Slevin, then study by Johnson & Johnson, then different authors have tried to conduct a research in this field to make a synthesis of all the research studies to provide a strong basis of cooperative learning. This slide itself shows that a number of research study has already been conducted in this particular field. From these research studies, different kind of strategies has been in the public domain. So we should be very much sure that whenever we are using any kind of cooperative learning strategy, it must be some strong foundation, some strong basis. So we are very much safe to use these cooperative learning strategies in our classroom, because all the cooperative learning strategies have a strong research base. Whenever we will be going through the different channels or the different platforms to study about Jigsaw, to study about stats, to study about think and pair, which are the different kind of method or strategies under the umbrella term cooperative learning. We will find a lot of literature in different subjects. So you can go with cooperative learning with full faith, with a strong foundation. Just a second. So these are the two major theoretical routes of cooperative learning. I will not go into the details. You can learn many more things from your Google. Two main things. One is a motivational, another is a cognitive. So students perceive that their success or failure is dependent upon their ability to work together as a group. When students are working in a group in cooperative learning, they try to encourage each other, because the success or failure is dependent on the performance of the others. In group work, such kind of provision is missing. Some students are doing good work, some students are escaping the work. But in cooperative learning, each and every student will be assigned a separate task, and all the students will be interacting continuously with each other. If one student is not able to make a pace with the other, they help each other, because during the different kind of phases of cooperative learning, that particular student, which is considered as a weak link in a group, is also getting enough resources, enough interactions to complete the task. So they are motivating each other, they are helping each other, they are encouraging each other. So the cooperative learning increase student motivation to do academic work. And the second point is the cognitive level. The cooperative learning helps students to acquire critical thinking skills. As I have already explained you that in Bloom's taxonomy, when you will analyze the different domains, the critical thinking, creative thinking comes under the higher order thinking skills, because cooperative learning creates a situation in which students must explain and discuss. This is a precondition. The strategy can be think and pair. Strategy can be student achievement division teams. Strategy can be jigsaw. These are the different kind of strategies which we are using in cooperative learning. Any strategy. In each and every strategy, we have a provision of where students have to explain, students have to discuss with the group, with the partner, with the peer. So elaborative thinking is promoted because students give and receive explanations more often. They are in process of elaborating the material to one another. One student is explaining one thing, the another student is explaining another thing. So both are in process to elaborate the things, and both are in process to discuss, to explain, to collaborate on continuous basis. For example, in think and pair, the two persons are discussing the same thing. In student achievement division, 4 to 5 students are doing that work. In jigsaw, again, 5 to 7 students are doing that work. In every strategy of cooperative learning, you will see student-student interaction is given a prime importance. The discussion on a theme, discussion on different parts is given a due importance in whole process. Then coming to the major 5 elements. Any strategy you have chosen for your classroom, think and pair, learning together, jigsaw, STAD, in every strategy, you will find these 5 key points. First is a positive interdependence. Each student is dependent upon the other student. The group can be 2 students, the group can be 4 students, the group can be 6 students, but each and every student is positively interdependent on each other. Then individual accountability is fixed. That was mainly missing in group work. But in cooperative learning, you have given a proper responsibility to each and every individual of a group. And it is the accountability of that particular student to complete his or her part of work. Then, as I have already explained in a last slide, that in the whole process, promotive interaction is ensured by the teacher. Group processing, then development of small group interpersonal skills is a precondition to implement any cooperative learning strategy. So these are the major 5 elements of cooperative learning. So these are the different strategies: learning together and alone, teams, games, tournament, think, pair, share, constructive controversy, jigsaw, student team achievement division, complex instructions, team accelerated instructions, then cooperative learning structure. So in a nutshell, this cooperative learning, an umbrella term, has a number of cooperative learning strategies. We can choose any 1 or 2 for the starting years. Then we can add on the other strategy by getting mastery over the previous one. That is the best way to adopt these cooperative learning strategies. I would like to share with all you that in 2020, during the lockdown period, I started some work on this particular area, cooperative learning strategies. And I prepared one MOOC, Massive Open Online Course, that was recognized by the UNESCO chair, Open Education for Better World, and more than 4,600 participants were enrolled in that course. And I can proudly say that the pass percentage or the course completion was very much above the international MOOC courses average as well as a national average. So I would like to share a small video of 10 minutes related to that course, which can give you just an idea or the revision of what we have completed in this for 40-45 minutes. So I would like to share that particular small video with all of you. So kindly confirm me that the voice is coming properly or not. Just a minute, I have to stop slide share. Yes. The voice is coming. I think
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Hello everyone, greetings of the day. My name is Dr. Pargat Singh Garcha, Principal GHG Khalsa College of Education, Gurusar Sudhar, Ludhiana, Punjab, India. Sat Shri Akal. Today I am going to present my presentation on MOOC on cooperative learning pedagogy. This is a 4-week course. Before going into the details of my presentation, I would like to share the starting point of my journey. This beautiful journey started 2 years back when I attended one workshop at SNDT University, Mumbai, India, where I came to know about the concept of open education for better world. Last year, I applied for this project, and luckily I got a chance to work with seasoned personalities on this course. So now I am going to start my presentation on MOOC on cooperative learning pedagogy. It is developed under online mentoring program. My course was related with SDG goals, which is related to ensure inclusive and quality education for all and promote lifelong learning. This is an overview of the presentation. In this presentation, I will discuss about the project, the introduction, the project results, summary, list of already existing OER, how we fared, how the program was developed, lesson learned, user feedback, and future plan and suggestions. Starting from the first one about the project. The title of the project or my course is Cooperative Learning Pedagogies. Introductory level course. It was developed in English language. The duration of the course was 4 weeks. The target group of people on this course were pre-service and in-service teachers, teacher educators, curriculum planners, and students. The platform we used for this course was MOOCit platform. This course is available on the link given below the screen. This course was not possible without the able guidance of my mentor. Sir has guided me on each and every step, and I am also thankful to my Asia Hub coordinators. As far as the motivation for this project is concerned, why I chosen this topic, there are some reasons. The first reason is cooperative learning is close to my heart. The next one was I always believe that teacher needs to be facilitator of children's learning. The next is cooperative learning strategies provide structure for students' interaction in an organized way and develop higher order thinking skills. It is one of the most widely investigated educational approaches. So these were the main reason behind selecting this topic for my massive open online course on cooperative learning pedagogy. This idea of developing MOOC on cooperative learning pedagogy got proper shape when I framed the learning objective of this course. The course was divided into 4 modules and module-wise objectives are framed. This is the content which we develop during the course as per our objectives. Along with this, training objectives were framed, were identified. MOOCit platform was finalized. The course was put on online platform MOOCit. Course forums, emails, Telegram, mobile phone. We try our best to provide student support throughout the result or product of our hard work of few months. The figures clearly shows that we were able to get attention of 4,861 students who registered with us on MOOCit platform, and out of these 3,147 were active students throughout the course, which was encouraging figure. We conducted a pre-course survey where we came to know that many of the participants have no experience of any course on MOOC, and you can see the 38,691 comments posted by the participant and 6,419 forums created by them, which shows the active participation of the students or the participant in this course. These figures are really encouraging and motivating. This is the slide showing the daily discussion forum activities. You can see that around 2,100 participants were continuously involving in daily discussion forum activities. Based on the modular approach, we developed 4 modules. Creative Commons license video lessons were developed and uploaded on YouTube. Some of the available open educational resources were identified and analyzed. CC by SA license content in the form of concept map and PDF files were prepared. Quizzes, assignments, rubrics were developed in each module for continuous assessment of students' progress. Discussion forums, hangouts, emails, phone calls, Telegram group were used to assist learners. What are the lessons we learned from this project? We learned that there is scope for developing more quality MOOCs in teacher training areas. The course participants or learners were really interested to learn innovative methods like cooperative learning strategies through quality massive open online courses. So there is a very good scope to develop more courses. For assessment of large number of participants, there is 3,000, 4,000. We need one demonstration participant have answered the questions on post-course survey, and few of the examples are shown on that slide. One question was, did you find this course helpful? 99.9% participants said yes. MOOC platform shows that the feedback given by the participant is really encouraging and motivating us to work more in this field. And we're also exploring other methods of corporate share best practices. We can step given shape to my, we were in touch with the open education.
So thank you very much. I think the main purpose to show this video was how cooperative learning strategy can involve the teachers also. Whenever we will be putting such type of techniques or pedagogies in the classroom, many teachers must have some dilemmas, some doubts in their minds that whether it can be implemented in our classrooms. Is it possible? So that's why I have shown the full presentation. It can also give an idea to any one participant to prepare a project report, prepare a MOOC report, how to proceed on that beautiful journey. It was really a beautiful journey for me to prepare a course, and where more than 4,500 people enrolled and more than 30% have completed all the processes and got certification. So such kind of motivation, such kind of encouragement is given by me, by the different participants. So you can also get motivation from your students by involving yourself in this process. No doubt, at initial stage, you have to put a lot of efforts to organize a particular kind of environment in your classroom for any particular cooperative learning strategies. It can be your jigsaw strategy, it can be your stat strategy, but you have to put extra efforts to organize a particular type of environment. And another motivation for me was that many of the participants have continued their journey on cooperative learning after completion of the course. They have given beautiful feedback to me through WhatsApp message, through the Telegram channel, through the telephonic calls, that they are still using these techniques in their classroom. And one of the hard work I would like to show after 10-15 minutes, where we will revising the whole process through a small video of 5 to 6 minutes prepared by one of the participants of that course. So in a nutshell, the whole process of cooperative learning can be used in a classroom with a proper planning. Now the question comes, how to proceed for that type of planning, how to use cooperative learning in our classrooms. So next we will discuss, we were at this slide, I think screen is visible. Anyone can give feedback.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
So we were at this screen before the video. So these are the different kind of strategies we can use in our day-to-day classroom activities. As per my little advice, I would like to say that you can start with one strategy. It can be jigsaw, it can be student achievement division, it can be think and pair, as you feel comfortable. You can go to the web, you can search these terms, you will find a lot of material. A full day or 2 or 3 days can be devoted to organize one workshop on all these cooperative learning strategies with the practical demonstrations. So here I am to give just an idea of different cooperative learning strategies. You all are very much learned faculty members. You can explore more than me on these strategies, and you can adopt as per your needs and convenience. So here I would like to discuss one or two strategies with you with an example. So we are starting with Jigsaw. That is fifth from the top. Learning together, team game, think, pair, share, constructive controversy, then Jigsaw. Because many studies are conducted on Jigsaw and student achievement division. These two strategies are mostly used in America, England, or in India. That's why I have taken one strategy to discuss with you, that is Jigsaw. Basically, it was given by Aronson in 2007. There are different, I have listed some of the steps with some modifications. Or these are not the original steps given by Aronson, because I have also completed my doctorate on this very much topic, cooperative learning. So at the time of my doctoral research, I have chosen Jigsaw strategy. For my school students, I completed one experimental study on Jigsaw in a government schools, and the school students were 9th class students. I have completed 1 month, 40 days experiment by using Jigsaw strategy of cooperative learning and traditional method of teaching, that is a lecture-based method. During that process, as per the Indian conditions or as per the need of the cooperative learning strategy, I have made some slight changes. So that's why I have written that with some modifications. So first of all, depending on the size of the class, assign a number to student to the groups. For example, you have 30 students. Now you can plan that a topic you are going to teach them. आपने एक topic select किया है, उसके 4 sub topics बनते हैं. मान लीजिए 5 sub topic बनते हैं. Any topic that can be from social science, that can be from physics, chemistry, mathematics, any one topic. तो आपने एक टॉपिक्स चूज किया जिसके फर्दर सब टॉपिक्स बन सकते हैं. तो जो सब टॉपिक्स बन सकते हैं वो है 5. तो आपने क्या करना है, पहला काम क्या किया, आपने सारी क्लास को नंबरिंग दे दी. चाहे आपने रोल नंबर ऑलरेडी अलॉट किए हुए उसको यूज कर लिया, तो आपने 1 to 30 नंबरिंग दी. On the basis of that numbering, now you have 5 topics. So you will divide the classroom into 6 groups. Why 6 groups? Because in particular teaching scenario, you are going to teach a topic which has 5 subtopics. So that's why you have made 6 groups having 5 students in each group. So now you have divided your 30 student classroom into 5 groups. Now appoint leader, secretary, timekeeper from each group. Now you have to appoint one leader, one secretary, one timekeeper from each group to maintain the discipline of a group. And before that, one very important point, which is written in bracketed, diverse groups. Whenever you are forming groups, always try to make a diverse group. Diversity can be gender wise, diversity can be medium wise, diversity can be on academic achievement wise, diversity can be on a socio-economic background basis. So try to make diverse groups. If you have to select 5 students, one can be English medium, another can be Hindi medium, third can be Marathi medium, fourth can be from rural, fifth can be from urban. So such kind of diversity can be included in groups. Then you will give brief introduction of the topic. At the starting stage, whichever topic you have selected, you will give a just 4 to 5 minute, 7-minute introduction about that topic. That can be an ice breaking session. Then divide the lesson into segments to match the number of people in each group, as we have already discussed. If you have 5 subtopics, so you have divided the 30 people classroom into 6 groups having 5 members in each group. Assign 1 member of each group to learn each lesson segment and provide them expert sheet. Now you will provide 1 expert sheet to each group and each member. you have assigned one subtopic to each member of a group, and you have assigned one expert sheet. Now that particular student in a particular group will go through the material and note down the key points. Then give student time to work on step 5. You will give 5 minutes, 7 minutes for the reading, for the analysis purpose to each student. After that, gather students into expert groups. Now a new term is coming to the action or coming to the scene, that is expert group. What is that expert group? For example, you have made 6 groups, and the particular topic is given to a particular student in one group. In a 6 groups, for example, I am taking addition sums, a simple topic. One topic is addition, second is subtraction, third is multiplication, fourth is a division. For example, these type of 4 topics are in your hand. You have given addition topic to student number 1 in group 1. 5 students are in group 1. Group 1, student 1 has given the addition topic. Now coming to the group 2, students are from roll number 6 to roll number 10. Again, the 6th roll number has been given the same topic, the addition. And coming to the group 3, C group, roll number 11 to 15. Now 11 number roll number student is again given the addition. These are the different expert in group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6. Now you will do one exercise, that ask these students to come out from their main group. They will come out from their main group and form a new group. New group where all the students have same topic. In their base group, in their main group, in their original group, all the 5 students have different topics. But in expert group, all the students have same topic. So now they will discuss with each other what they have learned in the previous 5 minutes. You can see that. Serial number 5, assign one member of each group to learn each lesson segment and provide them expert sheet. Whatever they have learned from those the given content and noted down on expert sheet, they will discuss with other student. That will be a beautiful activity of discussion, interaction among the 6 students having the same topic. Am I clear? The 6 students having the same topic and working in one group, explaining the learning to each other. So that is the formation of expert group. Now just imagine, one student is coming from group 1, one is coming from group 2, third is coming from group 3, fourth is coming from group 5, sixth is coming from group number 6. 6 students has been assigned the same topic. They have done the initial work by spending 5 to 7 minutes on the learning of the topic and noted down few key points. Now the 6 students are sitting together in expert group. They are interacting with each other. They are pinpointing the errors. They are adding the material. They are adding the explanation. So all the 6 students are learning all together in a different manner on a particular one topic. So this is a group learning. This is interaction on a main topic. This is interaction on different perspectives. एक बच्चा किसी और फील्ड से आया, एक और ग्रुप से आया है. Now the 6 students are in process of learning and teaching to each other. Okay. After the completion of that activity in expert group, next process is teacher will observe the whole process and move from group to group as a facilitator wherever needed. Oral questions by teacher to assess accuracy of content in each expert group. Teacher will be only an observer. He will be moving from one group to another group by asking some oral questions to check whether the students are on a right track or not. He can just guide the student. not to teach the student. Please keep in mind that he is not teaching the student. He is only facilitating the learning process of the student to keep them on a track. So after the completion of this very beautiful exercise, you can ask your student, your expert, to go back to the main group. Now the student will go back to the initial group. We call it a base group, we call it a main group. Bring the student back into the main group. Once each presenter is ready, the jigsaw group reassemble in their original home group and share what they have learned in their expert group. Now see the beautiful structure of cooperative learning. A particular student is coming back to the main group, coming back to the base group, and explaining to the other 5 members what he or she has learned in an expert group, what they have noted down, what he or she has made a sheet on a particular topic. He will be taking the place of teacher. He will be explaining each and everything to other 5 members of the group. So now the student is taking the place of teacher and other are listening. So each student will present a well-organized report to the home group. This is an individual accountability. No one can escape from his duty. He has spent some time on the content at step number 5. Then at step number 7, the same topic student were together in an expert group. Whatever they have discussed, whatever they have noted down, now the time is to explain the others. Now, dear participant, you can just imagine that listening is a different level. Receiving the things is a different level. Explaining the received material to others is altogether different level. That need more understanding, that need more clarity, that need more elaboration. So each student will present a well-organized report to the home group. The expert in each group educate the group by teaching what they have learned within the specialty group or the expert group. Secretary of each group will present concluding report to the whole class. At the end of the session, students are tested through a quiz or a test to verify that whether they have learned a right content, whether the process is executed as per plans. So teacher will conclude the lesson by reteaching the material which he thinks has been misunderstood based on individual assessment process. At the end, teacher will conclude the lesson by putting some by filling some gaps or by correcting some material where he or she thinks that the concept is misunderstood by the student. So this is the simple process of using jigsaw. It will take your 50, 60 minute or 70 minute or even 2 periods together to complete the task. But at the initial stage, you will find different kind of problems. Student may create some problems by sitting together. Different kind of issues can arise. But as you will go through the whole process, as with the more and more sessions, you will be in a very much comfortable situation. Your students will be very much inclined toward the cooperative learning. So before using these strategies, one advice is that do some simple group activities. Tell them about the cooperative learning. Tell them about the 5 key elements. Develop some small group personal skills among the student that will provide a success mantra to your student and you all. This is just one example by taking 16 students by dividing into 4 segments of the content. In a first phase, student meet in home group 1, 2, 3, 4. In a second, student meet in expert group. One from each group is together in group 1 expert group. Then group 2. Just excuse me for 1 minute, please. I have one important call. I have to receive it. Hello. Yes, please. Then coming to the phases of implementation of cooperative learning. These are the different phases of implementation of cooperative learning. As we have discussed already, have a discussion on these phases. So I will take just 10-15 minutes on this. First of all, pre-implementation phase. Before implementing any cooperative learning strategy, the first point is determining the group sizes. As per your content, as per your topic in hand, you can decide the group size. Then secondly, arranging a specific room. Third, planning instructional material to promote interdependence. Fourth, assigning group roles, as we have already have a discussion, role of secretary, role of leader, role of timekeeper, then assigning tasks, then explaining the criteria for success, then structuring positive interdependence and accountability. Then last one is specifying the desired behavior. You have to follow these steps at a pre-implementation phase. Before using these strategies into your classroom, you must go through these simple pre-implementation activities. आपने क्या सक्सेस क्राइटेरिया डिसाइड करना है बच्चों के लिए, क्या कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग उनको कैसे बताना है, स्मॉल ग्रुप पर्सनल स्किल्स क्या है, देन आप उनसे क्या बिहेवियर एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, योर एक्सपेक्टेड बिहेवियरल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, आपका टॉपिक कैसा है, आपने कितने ग्रुप्स बनाने हैं, आपने रूम को कैसे अरेंज करना है, अगर आपने ग्रुप वर्क करवाना है तो यू हैव अ सर्कुलर फॉर्म ऑफ सिटिंग अरेंजमेंट. सो सच काइंड ऑफ changes must be made before the actual implementation of cooperative learning strategies. Then comes the implementation phase. In implementation phase, monitor the behavior of the student continuous basis, intervening if needed. Otherwise, you will act as a facilitator. Otherwise, you will remain as observer. Give the full space to your student. Give them ample opportunities to interact with each other, to commit errors. So you can intervene in between. Then assisting with needs. किसी भी ग्रुप की कोई required need है, you can assist them. Then continuously praise them, continuously encourage the student for group work, continuously involve the student in whole learning process. That is the main task to be done at the implementation phase. The next is post implementation phase. It is also very important phase. You have to provide proper closure through summarization. As we have already discussed that after the completion of the student activity, teacher will do the summary work. Teacher will continuously observe, teacher will analyze the result of quiz and see where the students are doing mistakes, where the students are not able to grasp the concept. So you can fill those gaps in your closure or in your summary. Then evaluating students' learning. Then last, reflecting on what happened. Take 5 minutes, 7 minutes with student, sit together, and ask student what you have feel during the whole process, what went wrong, what went right. Ask them in a friendly environment. They will discuss many things with you. They will come to your level and you can come to their level also to discuss the different kind of observation, the reflection from the whole process by the student. So this is very important phase because it will help you to arrange the content in a much better way in the next session. So these are the three phases. Nowadays, we are living in ICT enabled environment where ICT used in everywhere, in admissions, in teaching, in assessment. So you can also use different kind of ICT tools for using cooperative learning. I have listed some of the tools: Web 2.0, Google Drive, CMS. The slides preparation can be done together by assigning them different work. So you can plan cooperative learning all together in a different manner by using online resources also. This is especially this is special slide for abnormal situations like in COVID pandemic. We have witnessed that we were not able to do such kind of activities in face-to-face mode. Otherwise, recommended form is only face-to-face mode. Recommended form is to involve student with each other in a physical classes. But if we are not able to do that, then we have to think on alternative ways also. And we are lucky that ICT tools are providing ample opportunities for all of us to organize such kind of cooperative learning sessions by taking help of ICT by using different kind of tools. So this is the brief discussion on the different cooperative learning strategies. And whenever you are using cooperative learning, these are the important things to be in your mind. Don't worry about perfection while starting. Sometime in the starting phase, we are not getting the result as per our expectation because it's altogether a different environment. You might be facing different kind of problems in a different context, in a different place, in a different area of big India. So your problem can be altogether different from my place of teaching. So you have to find ways and means to identify those specific issues and find a specific solution for these. Okay. So don't worry about perfection while starting. You have to just try these strategies and you have to enjoy those strategies. Unless until you are not enjoying a new method, new strategy, you can't implement it. And one thing I would like to suggest you all that if you have selected one strategy, try to improve that strategy with the every year, with every session, with every class. You will find altogether a different kind of enjoyment. Well, you will be repeating the activity with some modifications. So don't worry about perfection while starting. Just go and enjoy. Just go, start, and give freedom, give a new environment to your student. Before coming to the next two slides, I have already shared with you that it gives me motivation and encouragement whenever the students of my MOOC course are responding. So one of your faculty member has was also a member of the participant of that MOOC course, and from the learning he immediately responded and prepared a very good video on cooperative learning. I would like to share that video with all the participants because it gives motivation to that particular person to work more and more in that field. And it also gives satisfaction to the teacher also, because in that particular situation, I was a teacher and he was a student. But in other situation, he can be a teacher and I can be a student. So it was very satisfying for me also that he prepared a small video by the end of that MOOC and shared with me. That's from the learning from the MOOC course, I have prepared one video. Such kind of responses were from different sides, from Mumbai, from Karnataka, from Bangalore, from I think 2-3 countries, small countries, Cuba. It gives really a good confidence to the teacher also. So I would like to share that particular video with all of you, please.
Education Department at Vidyalankar Polytechnic, Vadala, Mumbai.
I think you're able to listen and see the video, please.
On cooperative learning strategies.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After completion
Fine.
of this session, explain elements of cooperative learning, differentiate between cooperative learning and collaborative learning, describe various cooperative learning strategies, discuss role of teachers while implementing cooperative learning strategies. Describe role of students while implementing cooperative learning in classroom. List benefits of cooperative learning. Now let us discuss what is cooperative learning. Cooperative learning can be defined as structured, systematic instructional strategy allowing small heterogeneous groups to work together to achieve common goal. Elements of cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is a very systematic and structured approach towards group learning. It is based on 5 fundamental elements. These 5 fundamental elements are positive interdependence, individual accountability, group processing, small group skills, and face-to-face promotive interactions. Positive interdependence is the first essential cooperative learning element. It is a heart of cooperative learning. Learners must believe that they sink or swim together. Individual and group accountability is the second essential cooperative learning element. It means the group is accountable for achieving its goal and each member must be accountable for contributing fair share in order to achieve group goal. Group processing is the third essential element of cooperative learning. Group processing should be practiced in order to keep the track of how well the group has achieved its goals and further to maintain effective working relationships with group members. Small group skills is the fourth essential element of cooperative learning. Small group skills are required in order to function effectively as a part of group. Face-to-face promotive interaction is the fifth essential element of cooperative learning. It focuses on group members promoting each other's success. Now let us discuss about difference between cooperative learning and collaborative learning. In cooperative learning, group members work together on given task or problem or and specific assigned roles. During cooperative session, facilitator can move between groups, observe the group interactions, and intervene if required. During cooperative sessions, generally facilitators sum up the session and at the end, groups either report briefly the discussions conducted in the group or submit a report of group activity for comment. In collaborative learning, group members are asked to organize their efforts and decide amongst themselves the role to be played by the group members. Also, facilitator does not monitor the groups actively. In collaborative learning, students work on the work assigned and submit on final date. Cooperative learning strategies with classroom arrangement shown in the form of diagrammatic representation. Various cooperative learning strategies are corners, fishbowl, inside-outside circle, jigsaw, numbered heads together. Also, round table, team word webbing, team pair share, 3-step interview, mix and match, etc. shown in the form of diagrammatic representation. Description, benefits and purpose of each cooperative learning strategies explained in the next slide. Corners. Each student moves to a corner of the room representing an alternative. Students discuss within the corners, then listen to and paraphrase ideas from other corners. Fishbowl. A group of students are chosen to discuss a given topic. The rest of the class watches, listens, or records the transcript of the discussion. A secondary discussion occurs concerning the outcome and process of the first. Reflection spot. The learners can write down the answer for the question as read the statements given below and identify the element of cooperative learning. After writing down your answer, you can click on the next slide. Inside-outside circle. Students stand in pairs in two concentric circles. The inside circle faces out and the outside circle faces in. Students use flashcards or respond to teacher questions as they rotate to each new partner. Jigsaw. Each student on the team becomes an expert on one topic by working and sharing with members from other teams assigned the corresponding expert topic. Upon returning to their home teams, each one in turn teaches the group about his or her expert topic, works well for acquisition and presentation of new material and review. Numbered heads together. A team of 4 is established. Each member is given numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4. Questions are asked of the group. Groups work together to answer the question so that all can be verbally answer the question. Teacher calls out a number, for instance 2, and each 2 is asked to give the answer. Round table. In teams, students take turns generating written responses, solving problems, or making a contribution of the team project. Team word mapping. Students write simultaneously on a piece of chart paper, drawing main concepts, supporting elements, and bridges representing the relations of ideas in a concept. Think, pair, share. During the first step, individuals think silently about a question posted by the instructor. Individuals pair up during the second step and exchange thoughts. In the third step, the pair share their responses with other pairs, other teams, or the entire group. 3-step interview. Students interview each other in pairs, then pair shares the answer with adjacent pair.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਫਾਦਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਆਫਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ
Mix
ਕਿਸੇ
and
ਪਲੇਟ ਪਈ ਆ
match.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਐਫੀਡੇਵਿਟ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੀਜਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਆਈਡੀ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਕੀ ਆ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰਵਾ ਲਓ ਸੀ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਓ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਕਾਲਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਦੇਣਾ ਡੀਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਫੋਨ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਫਿਸ ਕਿਸੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁਣ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ ਐਫੀਡੇਵਿਟ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਨਿਕਲਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਈਡੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਬਣੇ ਆਈਡੀ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਕੀ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੀਜਰ ਪਤਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਨਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕੁਝ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਕੱਢ ਦੋਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਤਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਦੀ ਸਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਵੀ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਆਈਡੀ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਬਣਨੀ ਆ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੀਜਰ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਨਾ ਆਪ ਬਣਾਓ ਆਈਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੋਈ ਲੋੜ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਭਰੇਗਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਗੇੜੇ ਕਰ ਲਾਉਣੇ
As Spencer
ਅੱਜ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੇਰੇ
Gagnon
ਕੋਲ
puts
ਫਿਰ
it,
ਮੰਗਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਬਣਾ ਦੋਗੇ ਮੈਂ
teams
ਕਿਹਾ ਹੁਣੇ
will
ਦੀ ਆਈਡੀ ਕੀ
manage
ਬਣਾਈ ਹੋਵੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ
social
ਸਿੱਧਾ ਨਿਕਲ ਜਾਣਾ
and
ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਪਣੇ
PIS
ਸੀਏ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਜਾਂ
structures.
ਵਕੀਲ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਂ ਬਸ
Session planning. We have already discussed about what would be the role of teacher in cooperative learning. Now let's understand what would be the role of student in cooperative learning. During cooperative learning, teacher assigns specific roles to the learners. In a cooperative group, students may perform various roles such as taskmaster, checker, encourager, elaborator, recorder. There are various roles of students as well: white captain, questioner, summarizer, spokesperson, timekeeper, etc. Read carefully what is the description for each role. Benefits of cooperative learnings are not only academic benefits, but also psychological benefits as well as social benefits. Team pair solo is also one of the examples of cooperative learning strategy. Secondly, students working in pairs. And last but not the least, students work in a solo. So with this, I wish you a very happy learning. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Thank you.
So this was small presentation of 10-12 minutes by Prateek sir, and I was very happy to receive such kind of feedback in a different form, a form of video, a form of PDF, or a form of written message from the course participant. It gives motivation and encouragement to you to do more work in that particular field. So coming back to our presentation, the last two slides, we have already discussed that whenever you will be starting your journey toward implementation of cooperative learning strategies, first thing is don't worry about perfection while starting. The second important point is practice, practice, practice. Only practice will make you perfect. So dear participant, just start using cooperative learning strategies. Just start surfing on different cooperative learning strategies. Find one appropriate to your subject or on the basis of a research in particular subject, like student team achievement division is more and more used by the science and math students. The jigsaw strategy is more and more used by the social science students. So it doesn't mean that STAD cannot be used in social science or jigsaw cannot be used in science math field. But in general, the people use the different strategy for a different field, but otherwise all the strategies can be used in different subject areas. So select a strategy, just improve your understanding on that particular strategy, go through the literature, go through the different website. You will find a theoretical background of that particular strategy. Then you will also find the different lesson plans on that particular strategy. And you will find different videos on YouTube on different strategies. So you can make a better understanding of that particular strategy and then plan properly, then implement that strategy in your classroom. And in the end, organize a feedback session. That is a post-implementation phase to assess what went wrong and what went right. So this is the best way to implement a new pedagogy in your routine work. As we all know that every problem has two solutions. हिंदी में तो उसको बोलते हैं, दोनों मीनिंग है भाग लो. But in English you can find out the more in-depth meaning. Either you have to run away or you have to participate, because the scenario is changing. Nowadays, student is able to see the same lesson on YouTube, on different kind of educational apps, Baiju, the different kind of online platforms, coaching centers online. So the scenario is totally changing. We are moving towards student-centered teaching learning process. The NEP 2020 is also emphasizing in the same direction. It is also promoting that we should make efforts for construction of knowledge, not the transfer of knowledge, not the remembering. Basically, knowledge transfer hoti nahi, knowledge remember sirf information hoti hai. If you would like to generate knowledge, if you like to construct the knowledge, that can only be constructed with the active participation of your real force, your main arms, that is your students. So we have two choices, either run away or participate. So choice is yours. What will be your choice today? The future will be according to that particular choice. So with this, I am completing the whole presentation here with the last statement of a great teacher, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Excellence in thinking and action is a foundation for any mission. Excellence is not by accident. It is a process where an individual or organization or nation continuously strive to better oneself. You have already completed a path toward quality education, which is showing through the recognition by the your NAC as well as the NAB. So this is a time to continue your journey on a quality parameters. So by taking motivation from this quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I wish grand success to your institution, your all faculty members, to continue your efforts for the qualitative improvement, because quality is a continuous improvement. A philosophy of continuous improvement is a process. It is not a product. So with these words, I am completing my presentation here, and the platform is open for your valuable questions, valuable discussions by any participant. So I have intentionally spared 10 to 15 minutes for your questions, for your queries. I have tried my best to involve you people in different questions in between the sessions, but more or less we were able to achieve the aim partially. So now the platform is open. Any question from your side, I'm here. I will try to give answer as per my knowledge, or otherwise we can try to give answer on a later stage with a more understanding of that particular concept. So any question from your side? Anyone would like to ask any question in the chat box? I have opened the chat box, or any question through the voice note, any kind of communication from your side. You're most welcome, please. Otherwise, I have completed the task from my side. You can ask any question, it doesn't need a very logical a very framed question, so that it can be a good question. Any questions are always good. Question can be right or wrong, but question is always good. It start thinking process. You cannot put a wrong question without a thinking. You have to make your mind in active state to ask any question. Please.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
please. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, जी.
हाँ सर, आपने जो अभी मेथड बताया ना कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग का, हाँ उसका जो यूटिलाइजेशन है स्टूडेंट को, जब मैं पॉलिटेक्निक कॉलेज को हूँ पढ़ाने के लिए, हाँ स्टूडेंट को रिजल्ट्स में कैसा हेल्प करेगा वो जो मेथड है? एक्चुअली अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए और एक्टिवनेस के लिए ग्रुप एक्टिविटी ऐसी अच्छी लगती है, फिर भी स्टूडेंट को जो अभी आउटपुट में आउटकम बोलते हैं ना हम, हाँ उसके लिए इसका यूटिलाइजेशन कितपत क्या बोले कैसा इम्प्लीमेंट होगा सर?
I got your main intention behind that question कि अगर हम कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग स्ट्रेटजीज हैं जिसको अभी भी आप थोड़ा बहुत ग्रुप वर्क से कोरिलेट करके एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अगर हम इसको यूज करते हैं तो एक्टिविटी के लिए तो अच्छा है, बच्चों की पार्टिसिपेशन के लिए अच्छा है, व्हाट विल बी द इम्पैक्ट ऑन एकेडमिक रिजल्ट्स? एम आई राइट?
या सर
ओके फाइन। देखिए दो बातें हैं। सबसे पहली बात, आपने जब बच्चे की डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हो, जब बच्चे की ऑलराउंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए बोलते हो, उसमें एकेडमिक रिजल्ट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट ऑलराउंड डेवलपमेंट। अगर कोई बच्चे को आपने क्रैम करवाया है, उसके 100 से 100 मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल आई वाज स्टूडेंट ऑफ साइंस इन +1, so I have a very bad experience in my classroom. In science there is one chapter, osmosis. Anyone knowing the name of osmosis?
No sir, no. हमारा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स ब्रांच है सर।
I was a medical student.
हाँ, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स ब्रांच है सर।
Okay. I think the teachers from biology will be very much aware about the osmosis. जब मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ कि क्या फर्क होता है क्रैम करने और अंडरस्टैंड करने में, मैंने +1 तो अपनी 3 महीने मेडिकल में लगाकर छोड़ दी, लेकिन जो वे था वहाँ पे, मैं आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू डिस्क्लोज द नेम ऑफ अ टीचर, बट उनका वे टीचिंग क्या था, टोटली क्रैमिंग, एंड शी गिवन वन टास्क दैट you can come to my class with the full cramming of your osmosis chapter. I put a lot of effort. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion which occur through semi-permeable membrane. These membranes are set in such kind of cramming I have completed to show my teacher that I know the osmosis chapter. I am knowing only osmosis chapter in my medical class of 3 months, but it has given a very wrong impression on my mind that I have to change my stream from science to arts in between the session. So cramming करवाना या academic result तक focus करना is not our task. It is our intermediate goal. लेकिन जब आप कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग के थ्रू बच्चों को टीच करोगे तो इससे आपका एकेडमिक लॉस भी नहीं होगा. That is ensured in different research studies that academic result of students are also increasing. जब आप कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग यूज करते हो तो बच्चों की अंडरस्टैंडिंग पहले से बेटर होती है. जब अंडरस्टैंडिंग बेटर होगी सो दे विल बी एबल टू रिप्रोड्यूस द थिंग्स इन मच बेटर वे इन देयर एग्जामिनेशन आल्सो. तो पहली बात तो ये, अगर आपके माइंड में थोड़ा सा भी ऐसा कोई शंका है, ऐसा कोई डायलेमा है कि इसके साथ उनके एकेडमिक लॉस होएगा, दैट कैन बी ओनली अ फियर.
लॉस नहीं होता, एक्चुअली मुझे लगता है उनके स्किल प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड में बढ़ जाते हैं इससे भी.
Those are the additional benefit. Those are the additional benefit, मैम. जैसे आपने एक कंसर्न रेज किया था कि उनका एकेडमिक पे क्या इफेक्ट पड़ता है, तो मैंने उसका पहले आंसर दिया कि एज पर रिसर्च स्टडी जब आप इस स्ट्रेटजी से यूज करते हो तो स्टार्टिंग में आपको ऑर्गेनाइज करने में थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्टी लगती है, बच्चों को एडजस्ट करने में, लेकिन व्हेन दे आर इन अ मोल्ड ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रेटजी दे आर आल्सो एंजॉयिंग. The learning is much better on academic front as well as on skill front.
Skill front और enjoy भी कर सकते हैं.
देखिए, अगर पूरे साल में किसी बच्चे ने कभी बोलकर नहीं देखा, वो आता है क्लास में लास्ट रूम में बैठ के वापस चला जाता है, नाउ यू आर गिविंग फ्रीडम टू ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट टू एलैबोरेट, to explain, to speak. It will automatically enhance their skills to speak, to listen properly, to understand properly, to analyze properly, to live in a team, to adjust with the team. So these kind of additional benefit are coming with the cooperative learning strategies along with very good academic results. Yes. Any other? I think you got your answer, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other, please?
Sir, there is one more question in the chat box. What is the difference between experiential learning, emotional learning, and learning styles, especially in skills?
What is the difference between experiential learning
and emotional learning?
Emotional learning is altogether different concept. Experiential learning can be included in cooperative learning strategies. Experiential learning is basically when you learn something by doing an experience of that particular thing. That is experiential learning. For example, you are supposed to teach a topic related to particular chemicals or a particular element. For that purpose, you are taking your student to the lab, or you are taking student to a factory or a field or a particular place where those chemicals are. So this is a process of experiential learning. So आप उस कंडीशन में बच्चों को लेकर जाते हो, वहां पे वो चीजों को एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं. मान लीजिए मैं बिल्कुल सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं, अपने पॉवर्टी का कंसेप्ट टीच करना है बच्चों को. अगर आपने पॉवर्टी टीच कर रहा हो तो पॉवर्टी यू कैन नॉट ओनली टीच विद बुक्स. If you can take your group of students to a slum areas, they will be observing the life of those people. They will be observing the difficulties, the situation of those people. They will be getting experiential learning about the poverty. Now, that learning will be a permanent in their mind. Otherwise, they will cram the definition, and after a few days they will forget the definition. In the same way, in science and mathematics, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने किसी चीज का आप एरिया मेजर करना सिखा रहे हो बच्चे को, तो एरिया मेजर अगर आप सिर्फ टेबल आप नोटबुक्स में और ये सिर्फ ब्लैक बोर्ड पे करवा रहे हो, दैट इज योर ट्रेडिशनल मेथड. अगर आप एक प्रैक्टिकल सिचुएशन में बच्चे को लेके जाते हो, उसकी ब्रेड्थ, उसकी जो लेंथ ब्रेड्थ है उसको मेजर कर रहा है बच्चा, फिर कोई फॉर्मूला अप्लाई कर रहा है, देन ही इज कैलकुलेटिंग द एरिया. और sometimes the particular area is not in a very good shape. You have to find different ways to make it a rectangle or a square or different kind of particular object to find a particular area. So these kind of activities comes under the experiential learning. Emotional learning or teaching is altogether different. Basically, emotional learning is not a very much common concept. Emotional intelligence is a very common concept. There was one concept, intelligence, then comes emotional intelligence, then comes spiritual intelligence. These are the different concepts from the psychology field. So emotional intelligence means कि आप बच्चों को उन चीजों के लिए कैसे रेडी करते हो कि वो सही स्थिति में according to situation behave कर पाए. That is their emotional stability. That is their emotional maturity. That is their emotional intelligence. Emotional learning is not a very much common concept. Basically, you can improve the emotional maturity. You can improve the emotional intelligence of the student through different kind of activities. And these the experiential learning is related with cooperative learning. You can take your group to a particular place, a particular project, up to particular lab, and assign the work in groups by dividing the topic among the different group members, as we have discussed in Jigsaw. And if they are completing that activity by practically doing that activity, that is experiential learning. Any other idea, please? Other question?
Yes, any other questions from participants side?
Sir, all the participants are from your institution or from the different institutions?
From different institutions.
Okay, from different, basically from the Mumbai.
Sir, Solapur also.
Okay, fine. So we have a diverse group here. One or two participants have sent me one message in a direct chat that kindly share the PDF of the presentation. I will definitely share the PDF with all the participants. I will share with the organizers. They will forward the PDF file in your WhatsApp group. I will definitely do it.
Sure, sir.
Yes, ma'am, please.
I said sure, sir.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. All the participants enjoyed this session on cooperative learning strategies, and they have understood also. I'm damn sure about it. They are going to implement all these cooperative learning strategies in their teaching learning process. So once again, I request you have kindly accepted our invitation wholeheartedly and done the needful regarding the seminar delivery. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all the participants for patience hearing, and the organizer for organizing this program. And best wishes to each and everyone who was in the session. And I'm very much hopeful that you will enjoy your teaching with student by involving with the student into your teaching learning process and motivating them to interact with you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.